Hi, I'm Real Giant Demon, and this is What's on the Tape, Season 11, Volume 8. That means that next week we have some special tapes, but we'll get to that in a second. Anyway, this is the second side of this tape here. We've got I think we've got Quackshot here, the Dukes of Hazzard, I think that is, the Attack of Atlantis, and Rommel's Revenge. So we had a quite good time actually with this one. We even got pole position to load, but that was kind of weird off the PlayZX, if I remember rightly. So we've got this one to go for. Now, if I remember rightly, Quackshot is a Creative Sparks game. I think it is, actually. Creative Sparks game. Dukes of Hazzard I've never played. Attack on Atlantis, I've no idea. Don't think I've ever played that one either. And then Rommel's Revenge, now I've played that, and it got rebranded as Tank Buster for the Firebird range. And I think it was only for the sort of the re-released versions. I don't think they did it on the first set. No, they didn't do it on the white labels. So it got re-released on that. So let's remind us of our choices though for the last two episodes of What's on the Tape. These are compilation tapes. Now these are. It was Computer Hits, the one, which is a big clamshell, huge one. We got on there with Brian Jackson Superstar, Chucky Egg, Wriggler, Jasper, Harrier Attack, School Days, Future Project Overlords, Sorcery of Claymore Castle, wow. What did I miss? Brack's Bluff, I think it was, that I missed off there. So we got that one, and I know you've already been voting, but it's just to remind me more than to remind you. So we've got that one, or we had Computer Hits 2, which basically has Codename Matt on it, Wizard Slayer, Technical Ted, Mutant Monty, Snooker, Asteroid 2, On the Run, Covenant, a Super Pipeline 2, and Circus. Now, all of which, by the way, are stonking collections. These are great collections. So you make your choice in the comments below, and I will put this in a tape drive.
Right, the tape is in the drive, so let's go down to our favourite, basic, and load load speech marks. And let's hope that Quackshot loads. I don't remember last week, was it bad or was it good? I can't remember how bad or good it was, to be honest with you. I'm hoping it was good, but I don't remember. Anyway, I've got PlayZX, which is the app, which is in the description below, on standby just in case. That's a good start, isn't it? That's the fact that we didn't get a loading thing there. But it's on. We've got it just in case. I'm sure this is Creative Sparkles or Sparklers. Do you remember it was Sparklers? Was that who did one of my favourites, the Desert Burner? I'm sure it was, to be honest with you. I'm sure it was. I'm quite looking forward to starting next week's. Actually, I'm quite looking forward. Both of those tapes are good that we've got as an option. Are quite good ones in the long run. So what I'm going to do is go swap this to the other tape drive. And swap the bits and pieces in, because I can turn up the volume. One of the notorious things about this thing is you can't turn up the volume on the tape deck itself. It's kind of a sort of, there's no option to kind of increase that volume when you need to. So we won't. We'll do it this way. There's always an option with these things. We'll give it that way, and then we've always got PlayZX if we need to fall back on it as a thing. Maybe better. No. Let's turn it up a touch more, a tad more. Give it a little bit more tone as well. We've got tone and volume. See if that helps. No. Oh, it's so What's on the Tape. This is the thing. It very much is What's on the Tape. I was looking at through some of the What's on the Tape, just checking the number I was at, and from early in the season, somebody disliked one of my What's on the Tapes. Well, to be fair, that's the nature of them. They sometimes don't blooming load. How can you dislike that? There we go. Oh, it's our tape errand now. We're so close. I can feel it. Yeah. What's on the Tape is one of those things. It either works or it doesn't work. It's there's no middle ground with it, unfortunately. No, that's not true. Actually, we've had a few games recently, including Combat Assault. Was it called? I think it was called. When it sort of when it actually loaded so far and then didn't load at all. I might have to load this from the from PlayZX in a second. I think PlayZX is going to be our friend here. Let's get PlayZX on this. Quackshot. It's not actually Quackshot as in like that. I think when I think Quackshot, I think of the Donald Duck games on the was it the Mega Drive or the Master System? I think it's one of the two, isn't it? It's two things were there. No, I don't want to look at my email. Yeah, I'm sure it was the Mega Drive, and I think the Master System as well. I think both had a Quackshot, didn't they? It was a sort of Scrooge McDuck thing, wasn't it? Where they were raided. It was like Raiders of the Lost Ark, but with Donald Duck. It was quite good. I remember quite enjoying that back in the day. Right, let's have a little look. Can we find Quackshot? Or is it Quackshot? 2 words. Aha, Quack-shot. And there's also Quackers and Quackers from Rainbow, from Rabbitsoft. Well, that sounds like one I need. Anyway, let's do that. Let's push the button. It's quite a long one, actually. Quite a big load, this one. Let's push the button. There we go. That sounds better. There we go. Come on, then. Yay! Sounded ever so slightly better than the previous one for loading. But yeah, I remember that one. Have you got a beverage? I've got a beverage. I've got coffee. I've got coffee here. We've got coffee. I'm looking forward to this, actually, today. It's been a long week. To be honest with you, how's your week been? How's your week been? You tell me in the comments. How's your week been? Mine's been long again. Busy. Massive install. Lots of other installs. Loads more installs. Loads of cabling. Lots and lots of that. And a late Friday. So it's been a long week. So I'm kind of looking forward to this. But it's the right length of tape as well. It's about like 4 things. And as I say, I'm looking forward to next week because they're fantastic. Both of those. That large hit squad in the clamshell and the hit squad. Hit squad. Computer hits in the large clamshell and computer hits 2 in the large clamshell. Very good. The one game on there though that I've been looking for, and to be fair, I probably haven't looked very hard. I'll admit to I haven't looking very hard because Daryl, who's a regular watcher of the channel, he pointed out a couple of things this week. He sent me a little email, but he sent me a link for Dustman that appeared last week. So I've now gone and ordered a copy because I found a copy of. He found me a copy and I've ordered it. Thank you very much for that, Daryl. That was a good one, actually. I quite enjoyed that one. But he also suggested that maybe I should plug in a blooming Kempston joystick into this. I have. This week, I have. Thank you very much. He provided me one. I've plugged it in. So we've got a Kempston joystick just in case I got the keys are rubbish like they were last week with Dustman. They were just it was the shimbal shift and I think it was the space bar. It was just too far to put your fingers over. You know, it's that piano type finger thing. You know, you get that long stretch where you've got a large span. That's always been the thing that they said when you play piano. Do you remember that? If you were a kid that you used to do piano lessons, so you'd got a large span to sort of get across the two. That was the big thing for doing that. So sorry, I just got distracted there for a second. I was just thinking about something. I can't remember what it was. It's completely rubbish. Oh, I tell you what I want to talk about. I have to talk about this week because it came out on Netflix this week, and I'm sure you're all going to say what it is, and that'll be the Teela show. He-Man show. To be honest with you, I've been watching a bit of the sort of various footage from various different YouTubers and other people on the He-Man thing. One thing I'm going to have to say is that it didn't actually say He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. It did actually say Masters of the Universe, but we did get sold a dud because all the advertising had He-Man in it everywhere at the beginning, in the trailer, the whole lot. It wasn't about Teela. And then the other thing that I did sort of point out is that visually it's stunning. It looks great. It's got that lovely sort of style to it that sort of it has a bit of 80s style to it at the same time as sort of early 2000 when it was redone to sort of obviously modern day sort of shading of the graphics. I like that. I like the graphics of the whole thing. And I watched it and I got to the end and I went, because it unfortunately it for me it reminds me of everything that's creatively bankrupt about Hollywood at the moment. The fact is that it had an agenda more than it had a story, and that's the problem. It wanted to push an agenda that's the current agenda, and it's basically everything that's modern at the moment. You're not allowed to have strong, specific characters if they don't match a specific type. So either gender, or sexuality or something similar, and that's the problem nowadays. It's like somebody says to them, we've got this character, a strong character. Let's just change them from because Teela is basically she's got such a bulky body. She's a machine. She's not. She's a huge weightlifting lady, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it's just an agenda, realistically, and I think that's the problem with it. The problem is I got to the end of it and went. However, I did like the end. I did like the way it ended. Funnily enough, I maybe I'm a bit odd, but I did like the way it ended. And if you haven't seen it, I'm not going to tell you how it ended. But I kind of liked the last few frames of the thing. It was kind of hilarious in a strange sort of way. So anyway, let's press the key to begin. I got a duck. I think I've played this one before. I don't know what the keys are though. I have played this before, I think. Got to work out the keys though. That's right, I have played this one before. You've got to collect all the little onky things, don't you? The little anchor things. Is that up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? That's lasers, so that anything comes near me. Is that up and down? What's up and down? Please find me up and down. That's lasers. What's up and down? What's up and down? It's up and down that's getting me. We have played this before. I've definitely got this, though. What's up and down? That's escape. That's to get out of it. I wonder if I can use it on the joystick. Whether the joystick works. Let's press the key on the joystick here to see if we can get juice joystick. See how the joystick works. Because that'll save me trying to work out the keys, won't it? Yay! Joystick works. There you go. That's the reason why you should. God. I think I've just got to get out of the maze. I think that's the general gist, isn't it? I've got to get the key and get out of the maze. I think I can collect these for bonuses. Oh no, it beams me through. Ah. There's 1,000 points. I'll collect that. It's a key. Ah! Right. Right, I've shot it. Oh, died. There's a door key at the bottom there. So... Oh, you horrible duck creatures. Damn you. At least I'm starting it over this side. So... Oh, yeah, there we go. Started me in the same location. Key. Door. Exit. Via this exit here. There you go, stage 1A. That's actually quite good, actually. I quite like Quackshot. It's an exploring type thing. With some bonus points. There are rings, obviously, in the up there, just above the word scroll. That's a ring, obviously, that you're collecting. So you're getting extra points from doing that. I like there's a map at the top as well. That's quite good. So you get a feel of where you are. So I've got to go from here, obviously. He keeps moving in one direction. He's got that Pac-Man feel to him for movement. Oh my god, those bats are fast. Those bats are really fast. No, not the best place. There, we'll take that. Yeah, watch out for bats. They are fast. Oh my god. They're so quick. I like that. Let's have another go. Let's have another go. Let's have another go. Kind of gives me that feeling of Oh Mummy on the not the Spectrum version, more the Amstrad CPC version, and it gives me that also gives me that sort of what's it was called, Rick Dangerous type feel. I like kind of gives me that sort of those are the kind of feels I get from it. Those are the vibes I get from it. There's some cash there. We'll get that. Why is that one open at the bottom here? That one doesn't have anything in it. It's just like a bit. Oh, horrible ducks. Come on. Got you. Okay. Oh, I'd love to get that ring. That would be a great bonus, wouldn't it? Damn you! That duck's got me. Because he doesn't fire up and down. He just fires that direction. You got the. It's a bit more difficult. Right. Okay. Let's go. Feed that round. Got my cruiser joystick plugged in. I do like my cruiser. I do like my codes. I've got a competition one as well. A competition pro, again, supplied to me very generously by Darryl. He's been very generous in the past, with bits and pieces. Oh, here we go, and we're through, and we're in. Excellent. Next stage. Like decent sized stages as well. Actually, I think this is also a budget title, and if it was a budget title, it was a bargain. I think you'd have been well chuffed with this. I'd have certainly been chuffed with this one. I'd all enjoyed this one back in the day. I could see myself liking this one. I don't know how many levels are in it, but certainly I could definitely see myself playing this quite a lot. I don't like these bats though. These bats are not nice because you also stand still when you shoot. You also not stand still, but you can't change direction when you shoot. That bat is just horrendous. I need that. Doesn't mess about when he brings the bats on, does it? Well, them bats are just terrible. I should have left the ducks out. They were much safer. Oh, I really enjoyed that. That was good. What a good start to what's on the tape. Let's have a little look and see what else we've got. Oh, can't spell me in name. There we go. Yeah, that's fine. I can't be bothered to get anything more exciting. That's quite good though. I'd recommend that one actually. It's quite tough, but I think it seriously has that feel of being able to do it. Yeah, Creative Sparks. I knew it was Creative Sparks. I was right, wasn't I? I was right the first time. I was right when I initially looked at it. Right, okay, let's get this tape out of here and get the other tape drive into the tape drive, and let's give it a go. Let's see if we can get one of these other ones to load that's on there. Next one should be, and I can't remember where I put the blooming tape case that was there. So it's going to be a surprise to me too. It's exciting. I'm going to have to get the tape case. Where's the tape case? Let's have a little look at this one. I do like them when they sometimes have a list of what's on them, but sometimes it's like, you know, we love the devastation of things that don't work. Oh, that's proper crashed. There we go. Let's try going load it again. Didn't like that. Proper crashed. All right, fast forward on. No, it's having a little fit. I hope it's not the joystick interface being awkward. That's why I always worry about old peripherals and things. You know, you never know. They do work, but they're old, like me. Crumbly. Yeah, it's having a little hissy fit. I'll tell you what. I think we're just gonna check that's pushed in properly. In fact, I think we'll just take that. We'll just take that out for the moment. We'll go without. I think because it's coming up with little errors on the screen, isn't it? So let's just do that. I might have knocked it when I was moving it around there. Let's not break the spectrum. It's not worth it. It's not worth breaking the specky. Let's not break the specky over a joystick interface this time round. Let's just do that. Fast forwarding. Did we have some Ghosts from the Past the other day? We did, didn't we? We had that one where we had the cheers and the things like that. I do like a bit of Ghosts from the Past. It's funny though, because I was talking about He-Man there. One of the selections of tapes that I was sent by, I think it was Ben Steele. So if you're still watching, Ben, thank you. Ben sent me, I'm just thinking, a list of tapes. Or was it to Ben or was it somebody else? Oh, Blummeneck, who was it? Might not have been. Anyway, somebody sent me a list with it might have been Ben, no. But if it was Ben, thank you. It had in it a He-Man tape. It had an audio tape with a He-Man story on it. It was quite cool. I was like, oh, that's cool. But remember, it was in the 80s. It was all about selling. It was all about selling, action figures. And I've never been a He-Man fan particularly, but funnily enough, I got a pack of little mini He-Man figures, which included Skeletor and whatever else. And you know why I bought them? It wasn't for any other reason other than the fact. Well, I mean, do I have any nostalgia with He-Man? No, He-Man was not really my thing. Everybody else had He-Man. I had Star Wars figures. I was always into Star Wars figures more than I was into He-Man. But I appreciated the bright colours and all of the other bits and pieces that went with it. So I kind of appreciated that. It's Dukes of Hazzard, by the way. I did appreciate all the stuff that went with it, but I bought recently, and hang on, I'm just going to grab it. Oh, God. That's not going to go well either. Let's just try. Let's go from PlayZX. Let's not even mess around here. Let's go find the Dukes of Hazzard here and put PlayZX on. So it's going to be one of them tapes. Otherwise, I think. Right. Let me find it on here quickly. But I did appreciate the colours, if that makes sense. I kind of like the brightness of them, and I do kind of Dukes of Hazzard Elite Systems, 1985. Done. Right, press the play. Press the play. There we go. Hang on a second. I'm just going to grab them. Now, they're officially licensed. He-Man things, and they're Mega Construct ones from He-Man. So they're kind of, is it the sort of the sub Lego, if that makes sense? They did a lot of things because they also did Halo as well, and they're sort of the sub figures, but they're kind of nice because it has He-Man in the middle of it all, with in very much in his 80s style of He-Man, followed by Skeletor on his right, followed by Teela to the right of Skeletor, in a very similar sort of vein as the whole thing. I don't think it's the Netflix version of it. I definitely think it's the. I definitely think. Now he's turning it over because he's checking whether or not it just say Netflix version of it. I definitely think. I've never played Dukes of Hazzard on the Spectrum. This is going to be interesting. It's a new one on me. Yeah, licensed to them from Mattel. Yeah, not that. But Teela has very much the Teela outfit she has in the Netflix show before she changes, which I guess is exactly how it was before. They look quite articulated as well because they've got little bendy bits in them, and they come with a little stand that says it, and it has with it also which also featured in the TV show recently, Faker, and obviously originally, which is basically a He-Man clone. It's like a robot of He-Man, and then Beastman, and it's just all these sort of characters in this mega sort of blocks thing, and they're all about what do you think? 2.5 centimeters high. They're not very big, but I've still got obviously still an original box, and it's got their swords and their weapons and all the other bits and pieces, and it has a tiny little Masters of the Universe comic, which I can't get at because it's all glued in, obviously. But I quite like the look of them. They've just done a lovely set of colours, and it was cheap. I don't buy expensive figures. I've said this before on the channel before. There are very rare occasions that I'll buy an expensive figure only because I quite like it, if that makes sense. So mainly Star Wars related. I've got some Marvel things, but mainly Star Wars. But I don't buy them when they're expensive. It wasn't expensive. I think it was a tenner for the whole thing. And I thought that was fair enough for this whole collection of 5 little figures. And they just look really nice. They've got some good colours to them. So funnily enough, I got those. But out of interest, while I was at it, I was out the other night because it was a late night, so my wife was like, I want to go get a knitting magazine, because she's big into knitting. She wanted to get a knitting magazine, so can we go to Asda and I'll buy Chinese. And I was like, yeah, I'm all over that. No, Chinese for dinner, spot on. Yeah, we'll go get one of those, not a problem. So I was like, we'll go. She wanted to go to Asda, so we went up to Asda. And they didn't have it, but I always like to look around in Asda, because what Asda do is they often sell off the cheap sort of figures really quickly, when they've got them, and they sort of put the prices way down, and you can sometimes pick up real bargains. I mean, if you look on things like Amazon and even eBay, you'll find these figures for sort of £20 a piece. Now, I found they're called Star Wars Mission Fleet things, and I found on there, and I'm just holding it in my hand actually, and it's one of my favourite characters. My favourite things. I like androids from Star Wars, and I like stormtroopers or clone troopers. So I like that. I like them because of the uniforms and what they wear. I think they look really cool. But my favourite Jedi, and the one that I think is the most important, especially if you watch Clone Wars, and it makes so much difference, and it wipes out. For me, it makes it, and I'm probably going to upset a few people here. But it makes Luke Skywalker and even Anakin when he's younger, and even as Darth. This particular Jedi is my personal favourite. Well, because they aren't a Jedi as well, because they leave the Order. It's the Ahsoka one, and it was an Ahsoka fleet one, which is basically a little Ahsoka. It'll be during the Clone Wars time, and it's just got silly. I mean, it's a stupid thing. But Ahsoka is my absolute favourite Star Wars character now. I've blown all the others away over time. Totally blown them away. Even prefer Ahsoka over Han Solo, and I may divide you all with that. But if you actually watch and don't watch the rubbish that goes with it all. If you first couple of seasons are quite bad of Clone Wars, but if you watch Clone Wars, combine it with the Attack of the Clones and the end of the prequel trilogy, the Revenge of the Sith or whatever else is, and you watch Clone Wars, and I think it's basically seasons 4, 5, and 6. They are awesome. They're brilliant. They really show Ahsoka in a good light. And then you follow it off with Rebels. Forget the first season. Go into season 1, 2, and 3. I think it is. Ahsoka is an incredible character. And she features a Mandalorian, but she's more balanced than any other. As a Jedi, she's more balanced. She's more both ways. She's more Sith and whatever else is. So I would call her a Force user, but a very balanced character. A good sense of morality, but at the same time, a really, really lovely character. And I have to admit, there is a moment in Clone Wars, the TV, the cartoon version. Oh, you go, wow, And if you aren't moved by to change any allegiances you had for characters you like, I'll be surprised. But anyway, the other one I got was I got a lovely clone trooper as well, all in white with a sort of backpack that flies with him, and I thought it was really cool as well. But they were £6. If you look on Amazon, they are £15, and if you look on eBay, they're £20. So it's always worth digging around in places like Asda and things, because sometimes they just drop the price ridiculously low just to sell the stock. If you collect little sort of things like that, because I do. Right, okay, press the key. Right, the General Lee. I am the General Lee. What do I do? How do I move? Oh, I jump. That's jumping. Hang on, where's the buttons for the General Lee? Come on, General Lee. There's a police car behind me. That's pause. Oh, exploded! I don't know how to do anything though, because I can't seem to find any buttons. Oh, that's how I move. Oh, so I can swerve left and right. Is that it? Swerve left and right and jump stuff. Wow. Okay. I've literally got one button to swerve. And he's shot my thing down there. So what have I got? How have I got to avoid that? This just kind of reminds me of when they did the Fall Guy. Do you remember when they did the Fall Guy? We were all like, whoa, the Fall Guy's bad. How do I go faster? Oh, blown up. I do like the explosion, though. The death of the General Lee is quite good. Oh, bombs. Never played this one before. It's not very politically correct now either, is the Fall Guy, because of General Lee being a southern general, unfortunately. And I get it, but at the same time, it's not politically correct anymore. Dukes of Hazzard. So these young men were effectively, what were they? Well, they were moonshine runners, weren't they? Their Uncle Jesse used to make out moonshine, and they used to, and I can keep that car behind me, so if I can swerve out the way, so he'll be behind me while I go past here. And if I crash into him, I've had it. That's a bit harsh. There must be another button to this. That's jump. Must be an accelerate. Tell me there's an accelerate. Hang on, I've got a button to throw stuff. I can throw bottles of moonshine, I think. Z throws moonshine. Z moves moonshine. Symbol shift moves me there. So I've got a button to throw moonshine, I guess, at the oncoming bikers and things like that, so I can get past them. Ah, that makes sense. There we go. Lob a brick of moonshine at him. Ah, blew him up. Look. Ah, there we go. And I've got to avoid the blooming police car. This is torturous. What a weird set of controls. You'd think cap shift would be accelerate, wouldn't you? Yeah. I've died again, actually, by the way. I was hoping to play a bit further than that. I was quite sad, really. We used to watch this religiously on a Saturday back in the day. It's like Knight Rider. Oh, come on. Boom. Let's avoid the explosions. Oh, come on! I was trying to throw a bottle of moonshine at the or a brick at the people. It doesn't sound very. It sounds a bit dangerous. This shooting bricks at people. There we go. Throw a brick at him. Boom. Chuck a brick at him. Okay, boys, let's go. Oh, so if once he gets past me, I'm stuffed. Wow. I don't know how. I can't find all the keys though. I'm looking desperately looking for keys. Is there an accelerate? Does that accelerate? Why would you jump? Right, stay there. Right, I need to keep the police car behind me. So basically, he'll probably try and go past me once that's past me. So if I swerve up the top now, nope. Tell you what, they're overtaking the General Lee. What was the General Lee? Was it a Dodge Charger? It was, wasn't it? It was a Dodge Charger. I've not got this in my collection. I feel I need this now. I feel I need a copy of. I'll try to jump it there. Missed it. I do like the graphics, though. I think that's quite good. I think Jay's Manchild will have played this on his channel. I have a feeling he did. No, not happening. I'm guessing you only use that to jump over some bridge form thing that turns up later. So normally you just blow things up like this. And avoid left and right. And make your car explode like that. I do love that. That's got a nice 3D feel, that, actually, that car flipping over. I quite like that one, actually, in a strange sort of way. I like that. I like the way it plays. It's strange, but it's not. I mean, it's not good. But it's not bad, if that makes sense. So, right, let's reset the specky and let's go for the next one. That was, yeah, not bad. Not bad. Quite like that one. I think I need a Dukes of Hazzard in my life. I've got the Knight Rider games though. I'm not a big fan. They're not the best, are they? Or the one Knight Rider one that I've got, the original one, that's not the best. TV show's much better. Saturday staple of TV, wasn't it? A-Team, Knight Rider, Dukes of Hazzard, Street Hawk, Automan. Do you remember Automan? Was it Automan? I think it was Automan, wasn't it? When it turned into the car. It was like a computerized version. It was like before Lawnmower Man or whatever it was called. Do you remember Lawnmower Man? When we thought those were fancy graphics. I mean, they probably were back in the day, to be honest with you. It wasn't a movie I wasn't too bothered about watching, actually. My favourite hacker movie, or one where it was sort of, computerized sort of hacking, was and they were using a Memotech 200 or 2000, it's called. It was Weird Science. Everybody loves Weird Science, didn't they? Kelly LeBrock. Oh, wow. She was hot. Very hot indeed. I mean, to be fair, the Spectrum just didn't do it, did it? What's that? What's that? That can't be it. Let's go back a bit. Let's see if it's that. Have I gone too far? No, I think I'm all right. I think I must be the end data of where I was at. She's gone downhill a bit now, hasn't she? Back then, definitely. It's a bit rough now. She married Steven Seagal, didn't she? Do you remember Steven Seagal? remember watching Steven Seagal sort of movies and going, wow, there's a lot of violence in this for the Karate Man. But he moved to Russia, didn't he? He's a bizarre person. He moved to Russia, and I think he took Russian citizenship, didn't he, as well? Which really, I don't know why. Why did he move to Russia? Anybody know why he moved to Russia? Not that I think there's anything wrong with moving to Russia. I suppose they probably got better healthcare and things like that. Maybe don't know. What is Russian healthcare like? You know, for all the posturing of the West, I don't know an awful lot about Russia, to be honest with you. I know it was a communist state for a bit. That's not going to work, is it? Let's just try it in the other tape drive. Hang on a second. I'm going to take a sip of coffee. Oh yeah, coffee good. Right, let's give this a try in this other tape drive. I think I'm feeling everything's going to go off PlayZX today, but we'll give it a try anyway. So this should be Atlantis anyway, Attack of Atlantis. But yeah, I don't really know an awful lot about Russia. I know they had revolutions and things like that, and a few things, but I don't know much. Don't know much more than that. Anybody know much about Russia? There was a big Cold War about it. We didn't really like them after the Second World War, apparently. Because they went communist. Oh, they got communist before that, though. It's just a weird thing. No, this is not going well. Give it another try. Give it another try. We'll give it another try. We've got the volume turned up, but we'll see whether it's too loud. We'll go a bit quieter. No, maybe too loud. Put a bit more bass into it. Let's change the tone a little bit. More bass. There we go. We'll give it a try. No. It always amuses me though, because I'm thinking about Russia and things like that. And I know he wasn't Russian. Dolph Lundgren, for instance. A man with an IQ of 150 odd, which puts him in the Mensa category, effectively a genius. There's a lot of people like that, isn't there? As well, there's a lot of people who do things like that. And Dolph Lundgren, genius category, not what I would call a genius actor, but I mean, fun enough. But he played a Russian, didn't he? He played Drago, didn't he? Was it Drago, something like that? In one of the Rocky movies, was it the third or the whatever else it is? I don't know what number it was, but I'm sure he played this Drago character, didn't he? And was it he dies, I think was the line, wasn't it? Was that the one? It's been a long time since I've watched those, actually. Attack on Atlantis. Attack on Atlantis. Right, re-released by Century City as Lunar Attack as a re-release. I think I've got Lunar Attack, that's for certain. I just don't think I've got the original Century City one. I do like Century City boxes though, they're kind of cool. They look good, don't they? They do look good. Right, okay, let's stick that in there when I've got it flat. There we go. Let's press the button. Let's press the play. Quite a short one, this one to load. Attack on Atlantis. Atlantis. Re-released as Lunar Attack. Why would we call it? So maybe Atlantis looked a bit too moon-like, so they renamed it. There's another one on top of this list, by the way. The 1984, this one. But there's another one on the top of this list that says Attack of the Alien Waters. What a great title for anything. Attack of the Alien Waters. I quite like Century City. I'll tell you why I like Century City, or the design of their boxes. They were just so 70s inspired. It's like the guy that they decided to, or person who did the artwork for it was probably a little bit older, and he just had this sort of styling and that sort of these straight lines and sort of cutouts and things like that. And they were just a bit old fashioned for what they were, but I kind of get it. You know, it's of the time, if that makes sense. But yeah, I always quite liked them. I've got quite a few Century City games, so I've not gone for a big collection of it. I still haven't finished. I have to admit, I'm gonna, you know, I still haven't finished my Virgin collection. There was a collection of Virgin games with the blue and pink. I was just looking behind me, blue and pink backs. I've got a few that I'm missing there. I can't remember what they are though. Hang on, I'm gonna get down. I'll tell you what I'm missing. Hang on, I'm just getting it. Just grabbing it. I don't think it's many, actually, to be honest. I think there's a list in the front, isn't there, of these things, of what's what. They got what I liked about these is they had a little presentation about each individual person that was there. Or maybe they don't have a list of what's in them. No, they don't. I think there's like a Frankenstein one that I'm missing, and I think it's Dr. Frankenstein that I'm missing. Yeah, Dr. Frankenstein I'm missing. And I think that's it. I don't think there's very many. I'm one of these people who collects like what I would call sub-categories of games. Yeah, I've got that one. I was collecting Atlantis games at one point, but the original sort of, style of Atlantis games. Right, okay, terrible keys. Up, down, or faster, slower, left, right. Fire, M. Change speed. Play learner. 1, no, we're going to play it. Oh, it's scramble. Alright. Attack on Atlantis is scramble. It's actually quite very good. Shame about the keys. That's actually alright. Yeah, shame about the keys, but it's actually alright, that. So it's Scramble. Scramble basically is an arcade game where you fly along the surface, shooting down the sort of things, making your way across the terrain to the end of the terrain. This is actually not a bad version of it. A lot of flashing going on, but it's not too bad. All the old funeral march. Do 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 do. Yeah, shame about the keys, but I can live with that. Faster, slower, stop, bomb. Yeah, okay. Let's press 1 to play. I'll do that again. Yeah, and you have to bomb the fuel to keep your fuel up. That's the thing you had to do. Like that. It's a bizarre thing about bombing fuel, but anyway, it's the way that you get your bonuses. So there we go. Bomb the fuel. Keep bombing the fuel. Oh damn! Hit it. It's doing all right there for a second as well. Not a bad version actually. I'll apart from the mad flashing that's going on, and hopefully that'll translate okay when I do this video. Because sometimes when they flash like this flash in frequency, which causes my video not to show them. So hopefully this isn't a blank screen, because I've had that before. I think there was a helicopter game that I played and that ended up with a blank screen because it was out of sync, if that made sense. So I'm hoping that it doesn't do that. We got a fuel. Yeah, not bad. Scramble clone. As I say, Scramble... Konami, wasn't it? I think, if I remember rightly, Konami at least published it anyway. Oh, sugar. They're hard to get underneath. Oh, God. They don't destroy, they're like bombs. So that's phase 2 I'm on now. The terrain. Basically, you have to make it way to a mountain. I've had no lunar attack with this. I'd have probably played it before. I don't think it's got the best cover in the world. Lunar attack. That was all right actually. I don't mind that one. Let's see if we can get a bit further on. Let's see if we can move on to our final one. Let's see if we can actually get anything to blooming load off here. Last one is Rommel's Revenge. As I say, this was re-released, I'm pretty sure, as a Firebird game called Tank Buster. And that's what I'm pretty sure it was. It was a re-release. I'm sure it was. I'm just trying to see if I can see it behind me because I've got my Firebirds there. I do have the whole white label one, and I do need to do a video on it. I keep telling you this, but I do need to do a video on my whole Firebird collection at some point, just the whole thing, because it's quite good. What's this? No, it's not. That's just the one I was just doing. Let's move on. I think there's several lunar attacks now. Thinking about it, I'm not sure I actually have this lunar attack. This is not going very well with this tape. It's not Happy Bunny. and see if it'll do anything. We haven't actually been able to pick up anything off it pretty much. There was that early quack shot thing, and it worked. No, I don't think we're gonna get anything off that. Let's show a little fast forward. We'll see if there's anything else on the tape. See if there's any sounds from the past while we're at it, and then I'll find Rommel's Revenge. No, this is not a good tape. Not a good tape. You never know though, that they're all hit and miss. Alright, there we go. That sounds like empty space. Oh, maybe not. Brace yourselves. Then non-empty space. Maybe something that actually loads? No, we're not having the best luck with this. Let's just try swapping it to the tape recorder because I can turn up the volume on that one. As I've said before, it's much easier to do that because you just couldn't do that on the Plus 2. It's always a shame that they missed out the cassette, the counter on it as well, the little counter thing. That would have been handy. Anyway, right. Right, let's give it a go. Oh, right, we've got to Rommel's. Well, we'll give it a go from here. Nah, tape error straight away. It's not going to happen, is it? It's not going to happen. We've just finally got to Rommel's bit. Let's see see if there's anything else towards the end of it, and we'll go from there. And I'll see if I've got Tank Buster behind me, because it's definitely Tank Buster. Just going to have a look on the shelves. Hang on. You stay there. I'm looking. Let's see if I can see it. Pretty convinced it's here somewhere. Somewhere around here, I'm sure of it. There it is, Tank Busters, it's called. I'm pretty convinced that this is the re-release of the game we're talking about. He's still there. I'm back. I'm coming. I'm running all the way. I'm running all the way. Yeah, I'm pretty convinced this is the game. Yeah, this is the one. Rommel's Revenge is also Tank Busters from Firebird. Or the re-released was Tank Busters. I find it interesting they rebranded them, but... okay, let's have a little stop. Let's fast forward this and see if there's anything after this. I wonder if they gave him the Firebird entry screen for it. I'm pretty sure they did one and the same thing. I'm going to have a little look for a second, though, and quickly play ZX while I'm at it. Because I'm sure Rommel's Revenge is the same game with Tank Busters. Yeah, Rommel's Revenge by Firebird. A.k.a. Tank Busters, that's correct. Hey! Well, could we try my Tank Busters tape and see if it loads? Oh, music! Let's stop that. We've got music. We have music from the past. Let's do it. We've not had this for a while. I don't know how loud this is going to be, but we'll give it a go. Somebody had good taste. I have to admit that was quite nice. Somebody's got some good taste, or whatever it was. We've got a bit more. Mind-numbing guitar solos. What else have we got? Silent thus far. I think it was it this tape last week that ended with the guitar solo? I think it might have been, actually. Yeah, they ended it with a guitar solo. I love it. They've ended it with the guitar solo. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I love it. I love that. I love that idea. The whole idea of ending it with a guitar solo. Right, let's see if we can get Rommel my copy of Tank Buster to load. This will be interesting. It's always a bit of a trauma whether or not it'll actually work, but we'll give it a go. We'll see what happens. Let's press break and we'll just do a load again. Okay. Make sure it's clear. That's cool. That was a great way to end the particular episode. With a bit of a musical ending. Let's just rewind that while we're doing this. Here we go. Squeaky, 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 squeaky. And Rommel's. Come on, Rommel. Tank. But it's called Tank Busters, but it's actually Rommel's Revenge. One and the same game. Just rebranded. To sell it again. To make you buy it again. Oh my god, I need to buy it again. It's the same game. But it's not going to get the Firebird load sequence, it looks like. By the Firebird load sequences on the original Spectrum, the original versions of the loading for the Spectrum ones, they create their own kind of loader, which loaded in little chunks. And the advantage of that, of course, is you could rewind it. So if a chunk failed, you could rewind it and do it again, and it didn't actually stop the load, which is actually quite clever. However, they took so much longer to load than just loading it straight, if that makes sense. I've just put the tape that I've just rewound into the box for the Tank Busters, and I was about to put it back on the shelf when we actually have Tank Busters in front of us. So let's put that back in the right case that we've got. So we'll put that out the way. Excellent, we've done that. So we've got this one here. Let's read the instructions and see if we can get some keys out of this. I may need my magnifying glass because I cannot see this stuff nowadays. It's just so bad. Oh, you've got to write to Auntie K if you want to mail order stuff. You can order direct from our mail order department. Please state your name and game. Machine quantity required, and all POs should all checks and postal orders should be payable to Firebird Software. Please write to Auntie K at Firebird Software, 64 to 76 Oxford Street, London, WC1A 1PS. Lovely. And you will receive a catalogue of all the products. Right, controls are NM XZ. Is that it? How do I fire? NM XZ. Right, okay. You're controlled in advance by looking for a future battlefield. Your mission to seek out and destroy the enemy forces operating on the asteroid before defeating and seeing. They've moved it to space now, but it's actually look. It just actually says Rommel's Revenge at the top of it. It's not even. They didn't even bother to change the title on it. You got to fire a missile apparently. Let's have a go anyway. So the keys were again NM ZX. Right, that's it. I'm assuming space is fire, but it doesn't actually say. So space to continue. That's the move. There we go, we're moving. We can press V for the volcano off, which will improve the speed of the game no end, I would assume. Yeah, space is fire, even though it doesn't say that in the instructions. So we're basically on the volcano, sorting out aliens. Let's sort out these aliens. It's not bad, actually, Tank Buster. Played it before. It's not as good as 3D Tanks, though. 3D Tank Duel is probably my favourite when it comes to this kind of thing. There we have a bit of that. I can't blow it up. What are you on about? Must be a tank. I drive this almost as badly as I drive my Euro Truck Simulator. Look, MASH written in the background there. Okay, let's patrol for alien spacecraft. I'm patrolling. I haven't seen one yet. Have you seen a tank? I like the way you can just turn the volcano on and off. It's clearly a functionality of the volcano. I haven't blown anything up yet either. A bit disappointing, really. Wireframe vector graphics. It was the future at the time. There's something over here. Let's move towards this. It's a rock. There's some rocks. I could have sworn last time I played this, loads of things loads of things attacked me. That was just beeping at me for no good reason, as far as I can tell. Okay. Is that pointing towards an alien? Ah! Tanks a ho! Okay, come on, Thundercats. I feel like Pantera. Pantera was his name, was it? Panthro, that was it. Pantera. That's a. I'm sure that's a rock band, isn't it? There it is. It's in front of me. Oh my god! You've been zapped. I can tell I've been zapped. It's right there in front of me. That blooming tank. Finally see it. Getting me good. Which way am I going? Oh, hang on. Let's just go that way. The target moves. I suppose they've had to put it in space because, I mean, the original game was based on with a volcano in it. No wonder that the people were confused. It's like Rommel's Revenge, yeah. Oh, he shot me in the side. I've been zapped. That's it, I think. Oh well. Well, a bit of rock music to play with, a little bit of tank action to finish with. Yeah, it's been not a bad what's on the tape. So next week, the choice is yours. You are in control. That's what they say. You are in control, and I am merely the person playing the games on your behalf. So next week we'll find out which is the lucky winner between the computer hits in the large clamshell, or the computer hits in the computer hits 2 in the double duel, which will be exciting. Anyway, I've been your host, Real Jeanette Demon. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye bye now.